my dear peeps from around the world. Welcome to another week of An Everything Goes journey. And yes, I'll give you apologies for missing last week. So sorry. It's the second time it happens. I hope I don't make it a habit. But I do have a couple of excuses. One, I had a sore throat. I'm reading so I don't forget. So it's right here in my computer. One, I had a sore throat. So I didn't want to talk and record and then be coughing in the middle of everything. So I just took a break. Second, my son didn't have summer camp. So we were full on trying to get creative and filling the dates with things to do. So he got away from electronics or his phone or the iPad or the PlayStation and things like that. Because we have to do this. And three, literally, time just flew by out of my hands, around my watch, around my calendar. I just don't know what happens, but it was just gone. So many apologies, and I will definitely not make it a habit. I got a few updates to give you. They're about the moving and the job hunt and local discoveries. So at least I was able to, while I was not recording, make notes and just make sure that when I put this together for this week, it was nice and chunky and I could give you a lot of really good information. So first of all, our items, our shipment that went from the Isle of Man to the UK, from the UK, it seems to have gone around the world because he went to the Netherlands and then he went somewhere else, I don't know, and then he finally made it to the US. So our items made it to the US, yay. So they sent me yesterday a form to confirm the address and to confirm that we don't live in a condo, and also confirm that the truck can actually park. So I confirm it's a house that is going to go into the garage and things like that. And then we put the dates that we're not going to be home, and we put dates that we remember that the HOA probably doesn't like moving companies coming in, which I would think nothing around 5 o'clock, because then you get the traffic of people coming home after work, etc. And we don't want to encumber anybody with that. So I hope that in less than 2 weeks, I could give you guys a unpacking type of video. And I will have to do an unpacking video of the Lego that I wrapped on my early videos, just to see if everything is, how intact everything is, and how well put together items remain. So watch this space. Job-wise, so my husband got an offer, but after some inner evaluation, he realized that probably was going to be a lot of work for not a lot of money. And there has to be a balancing compromise. So he's putting his eggs in finishing his Florida license for real estate and do the exam so he can actually start working under a broker sooner than later. And that way he's not wasting time applying for other things while he has that. So let's just focus the attention on something that is going to be long-term. On my end, I had a phone call about a front desk at a local gym. And as you guys know, I love working out. So I'm like, well, a local gym will put me in touch with the community, face-to-face meeting people, because I like talking to people. And also will give me a membership to work out, because why not? But we had a phone screening conversation, and he said he was going to call me in a couple of days, and that was almost 2 weeks ago. And then he said, I sent 2 emails to follow up, and no contact yet, so scratch from the list. And this week I had a call with another lady for, it's like a massage spa, very cool, a chain around the US as well. And he has a local franchise and is very nicely reviewed and not far from the house. It's like about 12-minute drive or something. And it's a part-time position again, which is nice. And we had a phone interview, and she said that in a couple of days she'll let me know either way if she'll meet me in person or she's going to go with other candidates. So to be continued. And later in August, I had an interview with another part-time role for Orlando Magic at the Kia Center, working all the events, all the sports events. And so basically getting people in, working the VIP boxes, for example, just making sure the guests know where they're going. So I think that's quite interesting. And again, puts me in touch with the community and puts me in touch with people, which I'm craving a little bit after just being without work and recently moving and not meeting a lot of people. So I think I'm craving something like that. So let's see what happens with that. I will keep you posted about that. And it would be really cool because it's mostly evenings, and it's not only Orlando Magic events, which is the basketball team, but it's also the other teams that play at that arena, like the Solar Bears, which is the hockey team, and that we went to a game. So I don't know, I'm kind of excited about that. I think it'll be really, really cool. And again, I don't want that full-time commitment on a corporate environment, so I'm attracted to that. It seems like a cool idea. And then we have a few local discoveries this summer. And I have to admit, I'm starting to appreciate the variety of options for activities that involve the local environment. It turns out that within 2 hours of our local area, we can count over 10 natural springs that you can enjoy, have a picnic, swimming, snorkel, walk about. And the last week we made it to Wekiva Springs, which was about a 45-minute drive to the north of Windermere. The water was a gorgeous 72 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 22 Celsius, and you could free dive down to the rocks and feel the current of the water coming out and filtering through the limestone rocks. And it's really cool because the water is all clear. You can see a lot of guppies and little small fish. We arrived in the morning about 10:30 or so, and by 1:30 it was starting to get quite busy. We walked some of the trails, we're spotting birds and small wildlife. They say you can see black bears, Florida black bears, but we didn't get to see any. I bet it's probably at sunset and dusk that you probably see more movement about that. And there are plenty of picnic tables, and they have kayaks and canoes for rental, which we want to do next time we come around. It's one of the few ones that you do not have to arrive early, because you can go to the website and book your car entry and pay for it in advance. But most of the springs in the area, what happens is like at opening time, you have a queue of cars getting ready, and as soon as the number of cars for the day get full, they close it. So you either have to drive to another spring down the road, or you're out of luck and have to find different plans for the day. But we were lucky. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. And we also went to the Den in the Orange County National Golf Center. And it's the top racer hidden den with a limited time for your group, as long as you keep buying balls from the bucket dispenser golf balls. It has a snack restaurant and a bar, really well recommended for birthdays and corporate events and nights out with friends. And we have fun choosing silly games to measure the distance in the top racer application. And you know what? Enjoy ourselves for a couple of hours at the cost of a couple of buckets of golf balls, which was really cool. And again, that was 20 minutes away from the house, if that, and that is counting traffic and red lights and things like that. Another thing we did is the Swim by Divers Direct. I don't know why we haven't done it before. And we bought some snorkeling gear for the boy and for ourselves. So my husband and I got masks and snorkels, and then we got the boy mask, fins, and snorkel, and we took him to the local pool and taught him how to use it, and had a proper proud moment. As you know, we used to be scuba diving instructors. He looks really cute with his mask, and he actually was utilizing them really well, kicking nice with the legs straight. I was trying to show him how to frog kick, because that's my favorite. Even though I'm snorkeling, I love kicking like a frog. But it is really cool, so we can wait to use the mask snorkeling things more often. And another thing that we did last Friday, this was really, really cool. My sister's other sister works for a marketing company, and they got us tickets to go and see the Orlando Pride team, which is the female soccer team at the soccer center, the Orlando City Soccer Center. I will find you the official name in the website. Anyhow, it was absolutely so cool because they got us tickets, and it was on a lounge area that has special seating outside. But all the food is included, and drinks and water is included, beer and wine. And we were not expecting it, and we had an absolute blast. But something that I need to learn is that in the UK, I didn't see often when you went to sports events, you could go with a small backpack, and that was fine. But here is very restricted. It's not even a small backpack. It's small and clear, has to be transparent, meeting a certain size. Anything bigger than this, basically, if it's not clear, cannot go in. So I ended up ordering through Amazon something because I foresee myself going to more sports events and making sure that I meet the requirements, so that way I don't have to pay $12 for another local locker again for a bag that was just slightly over the size. So I didn't read on the website. It was my fault prior to going, but I thought that was a cool discovery. So if you ever are in Florida visiting and you have the opportunity to go and see a soccer game, do it. The facilities are really nice. It's a well-organized arena. The area, I will not be walking around in the middle of the night, but once you're inside, everything is quite secure. So it was absolutely stunning. It was really pretty. It's not like super big as we see them in the UK, but it was really nice. And tomorrow we are heading to Puerto Rico to visit family and friends. Well, not visit family mostly, a friend or two, but to go to the beach because we don't have a beach nearby. So we actually booked a hotel that is 5 minutes from a local beach in Isla Verde. So we're looking forward to that. And we are taking our snorkeling gear for some fun in the water and in the sun. And I know there is sun in Florida, yes, but you know what I mean. Sun, fun in the water and the sun, somewhere else that is not Florida, Puerto Rico, yeah? And that's it, guys. That's all for this week. I hope that you enjoyed the quick update. And please keep sending me your love. Subscribe, share with your friends, share with anybody that you know that is probably thinking about relocating to Florida area. I have a lot of nice tips about moving the dog, transporting your items and things like that, and just ways to basically cope with the whole thing, because for any family it's a massive change. So, hey, humor has been a really good friend of mine, and recording these updates for my subscribers has also helped me for my mental well-being. So thank you for your support, and have a great week ahead. Bye-bye.